and one of them, undoubtedly, is sleep. There is a reason that people say you should sleep on it. If you're sad, afraid, or lonely, go to sleep and it will all pass, at least until you wake up again. This method had always worked for me before, cutting off my problems better than alcohol or drugs. Besides, I never had much interest in the latter, and it's not like I had the money to splurge after being recently fired. This dream was different from the thousands I'd had before, not least because I clearly remembered everything that came before and knew that I'd definitely gone to bed. I knew this a bit too clearly for a dream. A standard menu appeared before my eyes. Start Spiel? Ja oder no? D. 0. I have read and agree with the terms of the contract. Why the mix of languages? Bad localization? Man, my mother did say that nothing good would come of these games. 10 or 15 years ago. Who would have thought that it wouldn't happen immediately, but many years later? This thought didn't stop me from agreeing to the terms of the contract without reading the text, by moving the cursor left and choosing the first option, yes. In the very same minute, thousands of people around the world saw a similar menu, although it varied slightly for each person. Different languages, slightly different phrases and fonts. Start game? Yes or no? A man who was president of a large company didn't like to rush important decisions, and his intuition told him that this decision was important and urgent. However, experience told him never to agree to the terms without checking everything first. It took him only a minute to skim through the agreement, but when he finally, prodded by a vague anxiety, reached for the left button, he found that it had already disappeared. The remaining option glowed and shifted into the center, transforming from the brief no into the frightening death. What? Trial failed. The player's position has been taken. This message was the last thing that he and 3 other candidates saw before they turned into clusters of energy and information. The creation of a player was an energy-intensive process, and the system preferred to save its internal resources, concurrently adding new information about this world to its database. Only one person passed in a pool of 5 to 6 candidates, the one who first accepted the offered terms. Perhaps it was unfair, but the mechanism couldn't care less if it didn't get in the way of reaching the goal. The man died in his sleep from severe exhaustion, the doctors later said. Around 5,000 such deaths took place that night. A drop in the ocean of humanity, and so nobody noticed the loss. A drop from which the first 1,000 players were born. Attention, you have passed the preliminary trial. The system, 75%, is active. Connecting to the server, 50%. Status obtained. Player. Creating database for the new world. Scanning character. Checking parameters. Please wait. I floated in emptiness with no awareness of my body and no idea about what was happening. About a minute later, when I was getting seriously worried about being stuck here forever, a table popped up. Ivan V. Susanin. General ID unknown. Local ID Z8. True name Ivan V. Susanin. Age 24 years, 8,954 days. Race human, 97%. Gender male. Level 1, 0 of 20 system points. Available 0 system points. SP. Parameters: Strength 6 of 10. Agility 7 of 10. Intelligence 7 of 10. Vitality 6 of 10. Stamina 6 of 10. Perception 7 of 10. Luck 2 of 10. Race parameter: Intuition 9 of 10. For the human race, 10 is the maximum possible natural value. First barrier. System skills: